Hey there! In this video, we're going to be making a European 4-in-1 weave bracelet. This particular one is sized for about 7.5 to 7 3/4 of an inch wrists, and it is using 16 standard wire gauge, 1/4 inch rings, as well as 18 gauge 5/32. There are 28 pre-opened rings. All but 2 of them each have 2 pre-closed rings on them. All of the small rings are open, and I have a small tube clasp. Going over opening and closing rings real quick. When you first get them, they are offset a little bit like this because they are cut from a coil. And the way I prefer to open them is pulling the right side closer to me. You don't need it open super wide. You just need it open enough that you can get rings onto it. And when it comes to closing, I apply pressure for the 2 ends toward each other and then just go back and forth. Sorry about the blurriness. And remove the little burr there. But that allows you to create a very nice clean closure. And now getting started, we're going to take one of our rings that has 2 on it and put 2 additional closed rings on it. And then close the ring holding the 4. And I take and open up the 4 rings that are on it so that they're laying like this. Take one of my open rings that has no rings on it and come up through the bottom ring as it's shown on camera and down through the upper one so that it matches that ring in the middle. And verifying by laying the outer rings flat again. Now I'm going to take 2 of the small rings and the tube clasp, and I'm going to attach those to the ring that I just put on there. Just put a small ring through and attach it through one of the loops on one side. Close that ring. Then same thing with the other small ring for this end. Put it through the other loop on the clasp. Close. And that just helps it to where everything will lay a little bit flatter, more easily while we get started on adding more length. You take another ring with 2 on it, go down through the bottom ring, and up through the ring further from me, or the top ring as it's showing on here. Close that ring. And then open up the 2 closed rings that were on it, like similar to like a book, and then repeat. Now you'll notice that I have the center rings leaning so that the part on top is to the right, and there is nothing saying that it has to be in that direction when you weave. You can do it with it leaning in the opposite direction. And with that, instead of going down through the ring closer to you, you would actually go up through that one and down through the one further away from you, and then close. My personal preference is for the weaving of the length to have the center ring leaning to the right though. And now we just go through all of our open rings that have 2 rings on them. We're going to add them until we get to almost the length that we are looking for. Now, all of this I am showing you is in real time. This is more or less my normal weaving speed with this. I can go a little bit faster, but I'm not wanting to obstruct what you're able to see. But you look at the runtime on this video, it's not terribly long overall. A large part of that is because I did do that prep of the rings ahead of time. Again, that was 28 pre-opened rings of our large size and 54 pre-closed. And when it comes to the clasp that we attached previously, I really like a tube clasp for this style of bracelet, but there's nothing saying that you couldn't use a lobster clasp instead. And that was the last one of my open rings that had 2 closed on it. Now I'm down to just my 1 pre-open large ring left. I'm just going to weave it like I have all of the others and close it. And then this next bit, I need to verify when I am bringing the beginning portion around that I am not twisting my piece so that I can add the small rings to attach this end to the tube clasp as well. Same as before. And with that, you're finished. The tube clasp, part of why I like it is because it's nice and secure but easy to open and close on your own because it just slides. Yeah, that's all finished. Next time, I'm thinking we're going to be doing another bracelet. If you're interested in more of these types of tutorials, don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you.